It's been a learning experience since yesterday, day one, but we are looking forward to show you the films for today and to talk a little bit more about our first film. I'll introduce you to Ale, who's gonna tell us a little bit more about it.
All right, thank you, Sam. So for our first film of the night, we have Invalid, directed by Jun Yuan Hong, whose work often follows and carries the theme of strong inner emotional turmoil, which stems from the filmmaker's own complete original family. So Hong likes to construct these tangled feelings through a very close-up lens and look for people with similar family dynamics. So everybody, please enjoy Invalid.
That was a great film. Thank you so much. And we're gonna move along to our next film, and the next film is called "Clench My Fist," and is a found footage collage video that explores the process of growing up in an Arab family deeply affected by death and grief, using footage from the Lebanese film In the Battlefields, as well as Candy and the 100, and audio from archival record Lebanese funeral laments. The video looks at how men and women experience grief and anger under the patriarchy, as well as how trauma and childhood experiences can evolve into mental illness and patterns of behaviors as adults. So, Clinch My Fist is a part of a large body of work dealing with racial identity and the concept of inherited grief that through biological and behavioral means, trauma is passed down through prospective family generations so that the members might experience the residual effects of trauma that they did not personally witness. This body of work explores how the death of an artist's grandfathers, which is an Arab American, cause a ripple of mental illness and skew racial identity through her parental family, using filmic material that the artist used to connect with her heritage. So Clench My Fist is part of a series of work focusing on not only decolonizing imperialism, Western understanding of the Middle East, but also show the beauty of the artist's heritage outside the context of her family. And the director for this film is Sarah Trad, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And here you have it.
Because I was afraid I would lose. I fled because I knew I would win.
تعالي تعالي عم بقلك
افتحي لينا حبيبتي ماما افتحي.
تعالي عم بقلك احسن بكسر الباب على راسك. تعالي
فؤاد خلص فؤاد طول بينا فؤاد خلص بقى وحيد فؤاد ما تضربك اوعى تضربك اتركها طول بالك روق.
تعالي
ماما ما حدا رح يعمل لك شيء. افتحي الباب. خليني شايف. لينا افتحي طار.
What happened to that beautiful little girl? What happened? What happened? Can't you see? Don't you understand? I have been clenching my fucking fist since I was 6 years old! Look at my fucking fist, look at them! Don't you understand? No! I gotta clench my hands! I gotta clench my hands, I can't relax.
جينا نقول وبدينا ونشرح ما جرى فينا جينا نقول وبدينا ونشرح ما جرى فينا غراب البين منكدنا ومالوش قالب يرخينا جينا نقول وبدينا ونشرح ما جرى فينا غراب البين منكدنا ومالوش قالب يعتقنا جينا نقول ودينا ونشرح ما جرى فينا غراب البين منكدنا ومالوش قالب يعتقنا جينا نقول ودينا ونشرح ما جرى فينا ويا ولادي تفرقنا وهيك الله حاكم فينا.
All right, beautiful video. Thank you so much. And we are gonna move on to our next film, and Ale can tell us a little bit more about it.
Right, thank you. And thank you again, Sarah. For our next film, we have Manifesto Art Downgrade, directed by Ruiqi Zheng. I believe Ruiqi Zheng is the director. Yes, okay, thank you. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna lie, I just lost my spot. Okay, anyways, Manifesto Art Downgrade is a composite concept that combines art and economics from the research of image production related to the popularity of low-cost smartphones and the slowdown of China's economic growth in recent years. So by splicing a large number of green screen materials from the internet and selfie clips made by just mobile phone, this manifesto aims to evoke the creative impulse and imagination of ordinary people. So again, please enjoy Manifesto Art Downgrade. Thank you.
降级是一种在后互联网中大的美学运动。艺术主体应该积极地正视大众生产的图像、物体和文化，通过唤起大众狂野的创造冲动和疯狂的想象力，回归到艺术创作的本质。
艺术降级是一个艺术经济学的概念，是为了应对艺术创作者与消费者的不断精英化、艺术世界持续的结构升级导致的视线单一化和虚假繁荣的泡沫，同时也是对整体下降趋势的预判，以保持整体结构的多样性。
艺术降级的主要努力是去除艺术创作中的溢价部分。艺术创作中的溢价主要包括精心编排的内容，还有结构化的安排，然后视觉性的欺骗，以及任何多余的、过多的人为的添加。
艺术降级是艺术主体视线的降级，艺术创作的视线不再是瞄准向上了，重新调整后的视线关注广泛的普通人的视角，通常指在艺术世界主流文化、媒体及政治生活中缺少声音的普通人、弱势群体以及少数族裔与边缘人群。
术降级是创作方法的降级，是艺术创作主权的外移，目的在于减少艺术家在创作中的劳动，弱化艺术家对于作品的解释权。艺术降级之后的艺术强调创作的日常属性，强调普通人的个体，强调集体性的大众生产。艺术降级的作品可以出现在画廊、街头、家庭起居室、邮箱的垃圾箱、短视频社交媒体软件以及任何的物理空间和虚拟平台，可以用雕塑、绘画、声音、在线表演、朋友圈小视频、微博软文。艺术降级的作品可以以任何的形式存在。
用户艺术家应该学会自由地使用开源的资源，比如移动设备、现成的图像处理技术、身体和人际关系、生活周围唾手可得的物件和互联网上开放的下载资源。艺术降级是为了能够看到更多，艺术降级的生存能力取决于分享的力量。艺术降级作品的传播大于艺术降级作者的创作，大于艺术降级物体的版权。艺术家是普通人，大众是艺术家。
Another great video. It definitely makes you think a little bit more about everything and the art history behind it as well. It's really interesting for me. So coming up next, we're gonna move on until our next film, and our next film is the title is Objects and Cells 3. Is directed by Caspar de Gelmini. Hopefully, I'm saying his last name right. And our this video, basically, Objects and Cells on Vimeo are based on principles of linguistics. So the Germani uses sentence principles as they are used in generative grammar. He defines his own language according to systematic rules. In this case, the vocabulary of a language is represented by sound objects. So I'm not going to say much more about it, but let's watch the video.
Thank you so much. That one's so beautiful. Yeah, with that violin and the imagery. All right, and we already have reached our final film of the night, directed by Nathaniel Sullivan, who for 2 years in a row has had a film with us. So, which I think is pretty excited. It's exciting. So thank you, Nathaniel. And so a little bit more about his piece, which is Before the Nation Went Bankrupt, Letter to William Winters. It is a Monday morning, September 15th, 2008. The economy is in shambles by a boom has come to an end. The CEOs of the largest banks have just been summoned to the Federal Reserve in Lower Manhattan for a full weekend. And their role is to solve the world economy and rewrite financial rules. Not much is known about what happened this weekend at the Federal Reserve, but until now. So again, we have Nathaniel Sullivan's film, Before the Nation Went Bankrupt, Letter to William Winters. Enjoy.
Dear Bill, from the tone of your emails, I can see that you are panicking. Don't worry, our plan is to do nothing. I know this is not your style, but everyone is doing so much. It's just proof that we're all uncertain and that no one has any balls. The winds of capitalism have changed, my friend. The bailout means that risk has been socialized, yet profit remains private. I am paid for having a vision, so here it is. Think of our economy as a garden, a place both mythological and real. Before the fall of man, the Garden of Eden was a paradise. Through the ages, men have sought to retrieve it in gardens designed to suit their varying desires and fantasies. Think of mythic Eden as the theory of capitalism, and the interpretation and implementation of the garden/capitalism is the domain of pragmatists like you and me. Bill, we are gardeners of the economy, cultivators of our own economic paradise. On Monday, I will begin construction on my own private rooftop garden at HQ. It will bring together the best elements of bygone empires, the unrepentant opulence of a Roman garden, the decadent formal sprawl of Versailles, and the cultured arrogance of a Victorian garden staged in the blistering sun of colonial Africa. All empires begin in the imagination, and it will be mine, a glorious pastiche of colonial fantasy. This is my paradise. It will be done so well that it will appear to have the natural order of things. It will be so disorienting that you will think of it as the way things are, as they should be. By creating this very real thing that is analogous to my life and my desires, I can assert control over it to make it work as a perfect cultivation. Think of the garden as an expression of dominance. Because we can, we do. This is the writing of all history going forward. This is our legacy as masters of the universe. Bill, isn't this the kind of risk climate we've been dreaming about for centuries? Sit tight, my friend. The worst and the best is yet to come. James.
Definitely another great film, and thank you, Nathaniel,
Thank
for
you.
joining us for the second year. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you for joining us, and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And please follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and check out our website as well. And yes, please like and share. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Good night.